What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. Here we are in Santa Maria, where we dropped off last, and I found a job to San Francisco, actually. So we're going to the Port of San Francisco with curtains, 38,772 pounds of curtains. About 241 miles, not that far, or it's pretty far. It's a lot further than 100 miles of what we've been driving. And actually, man, our motor doesn't sound like it wants to turn on. I actually used the dev console for the first time. Oops. I used the dev console for the developer options, or dev console, or whatever you want to call it, for the first time. And it actually works pretty good. I was able to, what I tried was, I was pretty much right here. I was turned out of an angle. And I was trying to get to my, well, I had to pull out of my parking spot, obviously, because we were in that job, and I didn't pick current offers. And if you don't do that, then you got to go back to the X and go back to that little X on the ground and pick a job out of the same location. Almost hit that pole. Pick a job out of the same location, but it normally puts your trailer, or you have to put your trailer in a different spot. So I use the developer options, pretty easy. Like I said, just Google it or YouTube it, and you'll figure it out. I moved my truck around, hit the button to set the truck down, and it set it right in the spot. It's a little bit hard to get it right in the spot since you have a trailer too, but all I had to do was back up a little bit, and I was right in the spot, loaded up my trailer, and I was ready to go. So, if you're the type of person that, you want to speed things up a little bit, and you're trying to record things, and you don't want to, I don't know what that sound is. You don't want to sit there and back up and go forward, back up. I know it's a pretty easy thing, but I was kind of at the point, because I've pretty much been at a point today where I don't want to deal with that right now. So since I had the ability to use it, I used it, and it was actually pretty easy. That sounded like a real Mustang going by. So yeah, if you're like the type of person that doesn't like to waste time between episodes, and you want to get, or you're just the type of person that, hey, there's a Nissan Frontier, we haven't seen one of those in this game ever. Or you're the type of person that doesn't like to waste time between, picking up another load. If you figure it out, it's kind of touchy. You probably got to go to your keyboard sensitivity and adjust that a little bit, because it is a little bit touchy on the keyboard. But enough talking about the developer options. Like I said, if you want that too, you can go to Google, just look up American Truck Simulator or just American Truck Simulator developer options, and you'll figure it out there. So I was going to use a different truck because I have the developer options, but I said, you know what, I'm going to keep this truck until we get to, there it goes, that sounded like a V6 Mustang, until we get to San Marcos. Hey, that's near me, San Marcos. No, San Francisco, and buy another garage. We don't have any garages up north. We don't have, like I said, we only have garages in Los Angeles. We have a garage in Los Angeles, San Diego, Tucson, I believe it's like Las Cruces, and there's a bunch of other garages. There's like 8 garages, but 5 of them are, or 4 of them are, we can't get to them because they're in the coast-to-coast map mod. If I go to, I might be able to, if I find out how to, or I know how to go and get the previous version, the 1.7 or 2.7, and I go and get 2.6.2 or something, I'm going to see if that works. It might not work considering that we're on 1.34 now, so it might not work, but I'm going to see if it will work, because 2.7, the Coast to Coast map mod, isn't working for me. Unless they just released a new one, I'll have to go look. Because I don't think they had, ever since 1.34 came out, I don't think they released the latest Coast to Coast map. So, but I'll have to check that. 54, oh, forgot we're in California. It's like 55. And everybody's going super slow. I'll set it at 50. I'll set it at 51. It's 55, but this Mustang in front of me is going super slow. Hey, a lot of Mustangs. I was gonna put old cars in the game, but that'll be a lot more than we normally see. Chevy Tahoe went by, or sports cars, but I don't know. It's a Volvo. I don't know if it'd be like all sports cars or what. Crown Vic. I don't know. That's what I do when I'm driving on the road somewhere. If I'm driving really far, I'll just and I'm by myself, or if I'm with a buddy, I'll be like, and it's nighttime, I'll be like, those headlights behind us, those are cop. That's a cop behind, like in the other lane or something. I'm like, no, it's not. He'll be intoxicated. And I'll be like, yes, it is. You can tell by the headlights. And then it'll go by, and guess what? I'll be like, he's like, see, I told you it's a Ford Explorer. I'm like, all Ford Explorers look like cops, at least in California. They're getting rid of the Crown Vics. We still have some Crown Vics, but they're getting rid of most of them and putting Ford Explorers. And every single Ford Explorer that's like a platinum or a certain Ford Explorer, it looks exact. I forgot to set my cruise control. It looks exactly like a highway patrol unit, especially if it's black or white, and it's at nighttime. So that's too fast. Go 50. We'll go one over. So yeah, Crown Vic, I can tell the Crown Vic. I sometimes confuse it at night for a Jetta, Mark. I think it's a Mark IV Jetta, because they have similar lights when they're driving at night. The lights are similar. The white and the orange is on the inner. If it's, I don't know, if you were the type of driver that drives around and you know, most people know what cop lights look like when they're behind you. Not the red and blues, I'm talking about their headlights. And I don't even break the law as far as traffic goes anymore, really. I mean, I might speed occasionally, maybe like 5 over at the most. But I don't do that anymore. Is that a Hyundai? Hyundai's. Another Tahoe or Suburban. I don't know the difference. I think the Suburban's longer. But yeah, that's a day in the life of me. When I'm driving somewhere, I'm always looking at cars. I'm always looking at cars and trying to, like, I'm in my head, I'm like, oh, that's that car. Because I don't want to say it. I don't want to be like talking to myself in my car. What is that? Like a trailer. What's that called? Mobile home park deal, but wrapped in a prison fence. Hey, there's a train. I haven't seen a train stopped. That's what I see a lot of. in real life. You see a lot of trains just stopped. Every time in this game, they're always moving. So these are wineries. I don't know where we're at, but we're heading towards San Francisco. I guess we're almost to the port of San Francisco, so these are, well, not bad, but up here is more wineries or pecan trees or one of the two. There goes that Explorer. Since I like non-alcoholic beer, I got some from Connecticut coming to me. No sugar, which is good for my diabetes. No sugar, and I believe like 3 carbs and 33 calories. And I got a 6-pack of Stout, and I got a 6-pack of, instead of getting an IPA, non-alcoholic IPA, because to me, St. Pauli Girl, if you've ever had non-alcoholic beer, St. Pauli Girl is an IPA. I consider that, it's really hoppy. St. Pauli Girl is non-alcoholic IPA, and I'm not really a fan of IPAs, so I got Golden Pale Ale or something like that. No, Golden Ale, something like that. Something that wasn't an IPA. I don't like. I don't like IPAs. I think it's a pale ale. No, not a pale ale. Is that IPA? I don't know. I don't know much about beer, but I know I don't like IPAs because they're really hoppy. So I ended up, like I said, ordering. I just ordered 2 6-packs. They're roughly about $20 and free shipping if you spend over $20. So I found a bunch of different breweries, but none of them are in California. Well, there is one in California that's a non-alcoholic brewery. Can't say that word. Non-alcoholic brewery. Most of the ones in San Diego don't serve non-alcoholic beer, but there is one that's non-alcoholic, but if they have 10 milligrams of THC, which is marijuana, in it, and I'm like, the reason I get non-alcoholic drink or beer is so that I don't feel funny, and that I can't drink it either. But I would never like marijuana, so I wouldn't like THC. I wouldn't want to feel high when I'm drinking something. That just sounds strange. But yeah, there's a San Diego brewery. I think it's called High Style. Weird. That serves, it's 10 milligrams of THC per 12-ounce bottle. So I ended up going with a place called Athletic Brewing. It's in Connecticut, U.S., United States. And they have, their brewery is all non-alcoholic. They don't serve anything with alcohol. It's all non-alcoholic beer, which I think is awesome. I found another one in California. There's one up north in California, but the one where I live in San Diego, it's, of course, has weed in it. So I'm pretty stoked about getting that, trying it out. I got a coffee stout. I like stouts. You don't drink too many of them. You drink like 1 or 2 and you're full. And I like the taste of coffee and or chocolate in a stout. That's pretty cool. That sounds like a diesel. It sounds like it's shifting way too much at 55 miles an hour, but whatever. Slowing down to 50. There's the port. There was a ship simulator game that I was going to get that you drive shipping containers. Well, you drive smaller boats and then you work your way up to shipping containers. But I figure that might be a little too slow-paced for me as far as what I like to play. That was on Green Man Gaming. It's another website where you can buy games. Hey, a school bus. Haven't seen one of those in a long time. So I took out all my dump trucks that looked like the one in front of me. Like I said, the only trailer mod I have is a 3000, 4000R trailers. I got rid of everything else except for the ADM. I think the ADM is normal, actually. Hey, what is that? Canyon. One of the two. Put on my sweater because it was getting cold. It's actually like 42 degrees outside. Hey-ish. Porsche. Yeah, creeper van. We can also get a dump truck. But I don't know if the dump truck, you could put a trailer on the back of it. I think you just drive around the dump truck. Which I'm not too much of a fan of. Should have went. But then I would have been stuck in the middle of the intersection. What the heck is that? Dios. Lincoln, Mercury, Chevy. I've never seen a taxi. At least, maybe I have. Maybe in Vegas, possibly. Turn in here. I think we're going to the one that I like. Maybe, possibly. I haven't been up here in a long time. Yeah, I think we're going to the one I like. This big old area. If we get to park on the inside, that's going to be very difficult. But I do like this. I do like parking on the inside of this place. Or parking on the side to the very right. Oh, it is the one to the very right. I haven't parked in that one in a while. The one that I really like, which is really challenging, it's actually right next, like right up against those shipping containers. There's actually two spots right there. But the one that closest to the shipping containers is the one that I miss. I haven't been to that. I haven't parked at that one in a while. Alright, so I haven't parked at this one in a while. The one that we're going into right now. Headlights on. Probably put it in reverse one high, considering our last job is kind of revving up too much. I just barely want to clear that area. Well, leave enough room for my truck though, as well. Might have turned too late. I might have cut it too late. Try that again. I want my wheels on that line. I also don't want to get too close to this side here, like we are right now. Yeah. Might have to go to where my wheels are right now and then start to cut it, because we're way too close to that side. Like I said, this one's pretty challenging with a 53-foot trailer. Slowly cut it. Might end up in the same spot as we were. I'm not giving myself enough room over here. That's scaring me with your truck. Your horn. This one I don't really care for having my truck straight, just having the trailer in there. Because it's very difficult to get your truck in there. We might have to get our truck in there. As far as the green lights coming on, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Alright, with your horn. Can't go backwards and can't technically go forward to the right, so I'm going to take this one for what it is. There's no way I can get, since I picked such a, like I said, I'm going to go with my 53 footer again. It's impossible, well, not impossible, I'm sure people can get in here, but longer truck, I always have to have my sleeper on here. I'm sure if I didn't have a sleeper I'd get in here a lot easier, but enough making excuses. Let's drop it off. Excellent. Curtains delivered from Santa Maria to San Francisco, 241 miles, 6 hours, 20 minutes, 43.3 gallons consumed. $16,764 with 444 XP. So what's coming out of here? No. Maybe. Maybe Reno. Maybe Ukiah. Maybe Truckee. Maybe, no, not Fresno. That we would go. Maybe San Rafael's too near. But what I am going to do is I'm going to drive to this. I'm going to drive to this as well. Wow, what did that do? You might have to get on the freeway and then get off and go that way, because this is probably a bridge. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do in my off time, get my garage over there so we can finally have a garage. And I'm also going to save. I know you're going to see it says April. It's not April yet. It's still the end. This is me trying to save things. It's not April yet. It's March 27th, but it's going to be April soon, so that's why I have it that way. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Take care. Peace out.